got my cruise control and overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, or we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze. Looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Hi everyone, and welcome once again to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. Oh, this is just cruel and inhuman punishment. The freighter coming in over the bay. It is so cool to be walking down there when all of a sudden that happens. We're in the big house at Sandusky High School for always what seems to be a classic matchup when the Mansfield Tigers and Sandusky Blue Streaks get together. This is our second telecast for the 2023-24 high school basketball season, and good to have you aboard as our new season really gets rolling, and some of the fans gathered for our pregame, which is brought to you tonight by Bay Bell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop, both located in Bayview. Streaks making their entrance onto the floor as they get set to host the Tigers with a Y. Never really have figured out why Tigers is spelled with a Y as far as Mansfield Senior is concerned, but I'm sure there's got to be a good reason somewhere. The Streaks putting on a high-flying act in this ball game, and kind of wondering what the Streaks will be like for this year. They won their opener at Elyria in the DeFranco Classic to start the season. They beat Elyria over at Midview High School, but losing three key seniors from last year's team. What's going to bode for this year? And we knew their junior class was outstanding, and we're going to get a little preview of that here tonight, indeed. Your Fan of the Week is coming up next, and it is brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. There you go. Beat that cuteness. That's a good pick for this week's Fan of the Week. And the smile, makes your heart melt, doesn't it? And the 5. Let's make it 10. I'm going to just stick with 5. That's your Fan of the Week, brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. And those of you who love winter fun, snow is being made, and the nights are cool enough where all sorts of winter fun going to be going on at Snow Trail, so enjoy. Fans filing back in off the break. There's head coach Tamar Moore of the Sandusky Blue Streaks. A brand new season of streak ball in the big house. It's a home opener for the Streaks after having won their opener on the road. And Ray Neal, of course, just a classic sight to see around basketball. The girls' head coach right now at Margaretta. Used to help out in the girls' program at Sandusky. That's way back when my daughter played there, so I remember that well. Bay Bell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop in Bayview, with tonight's pregame opening tip-off is up next for the Tigers and the Blue Streaks on the North Coast Game of the Week. First quarter of our telecast tonight being brought to you by Hartung Title, who have been supporting local athletics for generations all across the North Coast. Hartung Title. Sorian Bonner jumping it up for the Blue Streaks, and it is Duke Reese for Mansfield and the Tigers controlling the opening tip. And the thing that's so neat about when these teams get together is they just resemble each other so much as far as the way they love to play the game. It's pressure defense, it's trying to force turnovers just like that, and it's running the floor. The first 2 points of the night by a promising young sophomore, Anthony Redding, at 6'5". Let's talk about, we don't get the big kids in our area that much, but Redding fits the bill. Defensive Kobe Brown forcing that turnover. It is Orion Bonner handing off for Amir Aaron, who does a great job of finding the open man, and Reading with an easy 2 to get things started in the big house. There's the big guy down low, Kayabi Roan, the first 2 for the Tigers to tie the ball game. Well, you can see Mansfield loves to do the same thing as Sandusky. They force the turnovers, they run the floor, and away they go. Bonner up on the boards for the Blue Streaks. Predominantly, we're looking at juniors for Sandusky in the starting lineup, except for Anthony Redding, who is the sophomore. So a very young Blue Streaks basketball team, but a team that's showing a lot of promise here in the early going. Deep concentration on the basket for the second end of the free throws that ties the ball game at 4 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. And again, keeping in mind, you just see 2-shot fouls this year. That's all you see. No 1-and-1s, anything like that. You get 5 fouls and a quarter on the 5th foul. The opposition starts shooting 2 free throws. And then when the second quarter arrives, you reset it back to 0, up to 5, and the 2 shots begins again. Bonner fighting to keep the possession alive for Sandusky, and there's Kobe Brown banging one off the back of the iron. And Mansfield on the run with carry-on Lindsay until Brown takes it out of there, and a frustration foul on Mansfield. It's really interesting when you get to sit in on one of the Blue Streak practices. As hard as you see them working on the floor right here, as hard as their practices go, they really simulate a ball game situation in practice where they really get after each other. Great move to the basket that time. And an and one situation coming up. There's Marquis Sykes right there, the head coach of the Tigers, with the TY highlighted on the back of their shirts. He is intense, just like DeMar Moore is for Sandusky. Mansfield with a 3-point lead in the first 3 minutes of this contest. Reading unable to keep that ball under control, so Mansfield gets it back. And you've got Rashid Reed Jr. running it into the front court. The youngster Reading at the free throw line for the Blue Streaks. Like we said, if you see free throws, you always know there's going to be 2 this year. Mansfield off the miss, and Amir Aaron, who we've always looked at as a playmaker. Last year as a youngster, as a sophomore, he'd come up off of JB's, make some great things happen. Saw him on the football field this year. Just an exciting young player to watch, as is this man right here, Jay Henlon, the quarterback for the Blue Streaks football team. Saw a lot of him on the basketball floor last year, and all of that experience leading into his leadership for this season for the Streaks at that point guard spot. Rashad Reed. Mansfield moving the ball really well. It's tough to defend a team when that ball is being kicked all over the place. Amir Aaron off the glass. I think wishing for the foul, didn't get it. Instead, Reed scores for Mansfield to increase their lead to 5 at 9-4. Streaks coming up with the deflection on defense. Henlon behind the back, crossing over, pull-up jumper. So everything looked good until it just banged off the rim. Hello. This is nothing unusual in a Sandusky-Mansfield game either. I mean, they just defend so hard. I'm talking both teams. Run so hard, got a lot of physical contact underneath. And the scramble, everybody wants that ball. At the whistle, that's the key. When you hear the whistle, just stop. Good thing that Coach Sykes was right there to step right in and get that scrum stopped before it got going anywhere. It's a game, guys. It's a game. Mansfield forcing another turnover. This is Reed out front. And then the dump off to DJ Corbin, who draws the personal foul. This is a game when it takes on this kind of atmosphere early. The officials are going to really try and jump on it as much as possible and keep control of this thing. It's not an easy game to officiate, that's for sure. See Bonner kind of reaching in. That's going to be a foul every time. Corbin to the free throw line now to try for a three-point play as the trash talk continues, and Mansfield with an 8-point lead early in this contest. Free throws coming for Carry-On Lindsay. See the streaks with 5 personal fouls, so Mansfield into that 2-shot situation pretty early in the game. Duke Reese on the rebound for Mansfield, and he gets the fast break going, and going a little bit too fast for the ball. Aaron. And Reese. Well, all of a sudden this game is kind of starting to look like it's going to be a blowout. Hang around, folks. It's not. But it is a 12-point Mansfield lead with Jason Henlon standing at the free throw line and delivering a pair for the Streaks. That's a nice feed from Reese to DJ Corbin. Mansfield with a 13-point advantage on our Civista Bank scoreboard. And it is all Mansfield in the early going. 20-5. When you play the kind of pace Sandusky plays, you don't panic too much because you can get a lot of points in a hurry. Henlon knocks one of them down. And there's the steal by Henlon. And the mugging at the other end. And that's where this game, unfortunately, kind of taken on what college basketball does, what pros do. If you foul, you foul. Own it, move on. Because no matter how much attitude you give an official, they ain't never going to change their mind. Never seen it happen yet. Thanks to the following local businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week: Matthews Ford, Cook Aluminum, Hermes Parker Concrete, Wake Up and Waffle, Noble Fun, Schmid Architects, Steineman Hafner Insurance, Payne Nichols and Company, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Gnome's Podiatric Medicine. There's your Civista Bank scoreboard as the Tigers have doubled the Blue Streaks here in the first quarter with about a minute 40 left. Redding on the rebound for Sandusky with the outlet for Zorian Arrington. On to the left sideline goes Roan and ends up taking it the distance. The battle for the rebound. What quick outlet pass to Redding to attempt the slam. Those are the ones that you really want to be certain of. What's the quick hands in here? Whamp. And Henlon with a quick outlet for Redding, who thinks he's got it, and up, and off. Those are the two you hope don't come back to haunt you later on. Jason Henlon with the inbounds to reset the Blue Streaks on offense. A save on the rebound by Aaron Inge Jr. Inge is a junior, 6 feet tall, and the Tigers cash in at the other end to up their lead now to 22-10. And what you don't want to do is commit fouls like that when you're ahead. Give the Streaks a chance to score with that clock just sitting there. Henlon from the charity stripe. And the Blue Streaks right back into their typical full court offense or defense. Kyrie Roan stolen away down low off the reflection, and on the run all the way was Arrington, who had that ball swatted as he went up strong to the basket. Another mad scramble for the basketball, but that ball out of bounds. Great effort by Nye Petty, and he paid the price physically for that one. The floor kind of hurts. Nice lay-in underneath by Arrington. And that'll bring the first quarter down to a close. Streaks got it back to within 8 points. Hang around. Quarter number 2 is up next from the Big House with the Blue Streaks and Tigers. Fantastic fishing on the shores of Lake Erie and Sandusky Bay. Second quarter coming up next. It's for the Old Fish House in Huron with knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts, of course. The Old Fish House. Little did that gentleman know he was going to be the star of the game of the week this week. There's your Civista Bank scoreboard after 1. Typical pace of a Sandusky Mansfield basketball game. Arrington with the dish. The kick out for Reading. It misfires, rebounded by Duke Reese. Tigers on the run again, and a great steal down the floor by that man again, Amir Aaron. Streaks fail to cash in. First 30 seconds of the second quarter with the Tigers up by 8. And there's the Blue Streak defense going to work again and always looking down the floor, and Kobe Brown cashing in for the Streaks. Mitch Henlon. Oh, sorry, it was Aaron. The big play man once again. Great feed down the floor, and without a dribble, Brown with the lay-in. That stuff just doesn't happen, folks. You've got to be athletic enough and smart enough to look for it. Here come the Streaks. Arrington, 6-foot junior. This is bringing the heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration since 1889. You only stop when somebody makes you stop. And Azarian Arrington athletically taking it through traffic to the hole for the two-point lay-in for the Streaks. That's your Bringing the Heat segment for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky. Out top for Mansfield, Roan, and the Streaks making things work on defense once again. Tamar Moore. Always very animated and always very involved with his kids. Rebound for Amon Thomas, who is nicknamed Fat Man. It's in the program, folks. I'm not making that up. What a great pass once again, and Arrington on the benefit end of another lay-in, and the Streaks are all of a sudden back to within 2. Look at that great feed from Aaron. Streaks getting these fast break baskets without even having to dribble the basketball. That's how good these passes are. Jermaine Bradley inbounding off the Blue Streak basket. And now all of a sudden you've got Mansfield's lead in jeopardy. Streaks just keep constant pressure on you. And I'm not just talking defensive pressure. Their offense pressures you all the time because there's always in the attack mode. Amir Aaron is firing from the free throw line, so the Mansfield lead remains at 5. "30-second timeout on the floor called by the Tigers. Signs of good business up next on the Game of the Week. Brady Signs, the Bay Bell Restaurant, Crush Wine Bar, J Bistro, Cameo Pizza, S&H Blinds and Floors, Pizza House West, Groff Family Services, Remax Quality Realty, Linda Armstrong and the A-Team, and Fosco Cement Incorporated. Mansfield's lead is 5 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. As they go to work on offense once again. Sandusky, they jump the basketball so quickly. And then again, it's Landon Parker getting bounced all over the place. And then Mansfield coming up with a steal of their own and forcing a turnover. Again, at this pace of a game, you can't let mistakes bother you because they're going to happen. Just you move on. You keep on playing. Nye Petty stretches that Mansfield lead out to 7. Jason Henlon from deep in the big house. And it all happens. First of all, you've got Kobe Brown attacking. And the rebound swiped out of there by Landon Parker to give Henlon that opportunity for the swish from behind the arc. That one helps. Streaks are back to within 4. And I'll tell you what, Duke Reese just did a great job with that little hesitation dribble, but quickly answered at the other end by Kobe Brown. For the number of layups the Streak shoot, it's crazy. That's that offensive pressure they put on you. Always in the attack mode. Nye Petty misfiring on a couple of free throws for Mansfield. Pull up Jay for Amir Aaron. He's a fun kid to watch. This is your team play of the game, brought to you by Tarina and the team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Professional Realty. Team play. Streak's very good at that. Kobe Brown with a handoff. And Jason Henlon finding Aaron out front for that 18-footer. Perfect. Amir Aaron with a couple of more. Live, laugh, love, and list with Tarina Sidoti, realtor at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. That is your team play of the game. Halfway through the second quarter. Streaks are just so scrappy on the boards, and then looking to get it down floor that time, just a little bit off the mark for Aaron. Jameer Dotson-Thomas with the inbounds pass. The good thing about the Streaks pressuring each other the way they do on the practice floor, it builds a lot of depth as these guys just make each other better. So you see a lot of bodies on the floor for the Streaks. Foul on the rebound called against Mansfield. A little shoving going on underneath the basket. And now Henlon getting things started at the other end and finished. Petty a little bit out of control there, and might have been assisted to be out of control just a tad. Look at the Sandusky Brain Trust. Coach Moore along with Dustin Nedgedley. The Wizard of Oz, Ozian Redding, and Darvio McDaniel, the freshman coach. Powering his way to the basket, Landon Parker. His constant movement. Parker open and then driving through traffic to the hole and fighting off the contact for the 2. Streaks just come after you. Finally with the lead at 31-30. That's what's called traveling in most books, giving Sandusky another opportunity. Backside rebound coming down to Landon Parker, but not enough court with which to operate. But that's okay because the Tigers turn it right back anyway. Great work on the boards by Azarian Arrington. Let's see, Mansfield plays just like Sandusky. They're always after you. Long ball. Kobe Brown putting it down from deep. Henlin, just that quick little shuffle pass. And there is downtown Kobe Brown. And the Streak fans totally enjoying that scenario. Yep. Gotta love that emotion. Final minute of play here in the half. And they just get after a timeout on the floor. And again, referee stepping in to make sure things don't get out of hand. Special thanks going out to the following local businesses for supporting the North Coast Game of the Week. About as slow as you ever see the basketball move in a Sandusky high school game. Clock winding down near the end of the half. Let's see the clock in the background passing the 20-second mark, time remaining in the first half, with the Streaks leading by 4. Again, Brown, pow. Kobe's on fire, so are the Streaks. They come up with a huge second quarter after being down 22-14 after one. Second quarter outscoring the Tigers 23-8. Going to leave Kobe open. He's going to make you pay. Streaks 37. Mansfield 30. You can't guard him. That's good stuff. Stay tuned. Lots more fun to come from the Big House in the second half of tonight's Game of the Week. Second half of action, third quarter coming up next, brought to you by the Baybell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop in Bayview, and Restore Pro, disaster cleanup and restoration. And in the Big House, it is Biddy Cheerleaders Night. Let's enjoy. Boy, all those smiles down on the floor showing you how much these young ladies are enjoying Biddy Cheerleader Night in the Big House, with Sandusky holding a 7-point lead at the break, 37-30 over Mansfield on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Streaks will start the second half of the basketball. Jay Henlon running the show out top, wearing number 1. Finding Bonner down low, and Zorian with a finish and 1. Nine-point Blue Streak lead. And again, constantly after the basketball. Bonner with a finish, and the Streaks go into a double-digit lead for the first time in the ball game. Under the foul call on Redding, as Duke Reese persistent on the boards, giving himself an opportunity at the line. Steal for Amir Aaron, reverse layup for Amir Aaron. This is your By the Numbers play of the game for James Ruthsat, CPA, Income Tax and Accounting. Defense, you've heard us say this before, turning into offense. And look at this, right by the defender to the other side for the reverse lay-in. And Amir Aaron strutting his stuff in the Big House. That's your By the Numbers play of the game for James Ruthsat, CPA, Income Tax and Accounting Service. But constant pressure. Looked like you lose the ball and it's right back in the hands of the Blue once again. Zorian Bonner. Got the roll on the first one. Blue Streaks picking up in the second half right where they left off in the first. Nice offensive work by Duke Reese and the Mansfield Tigers. Streaks retain possession right here. Amir Aaron just a little bit too long. I caught a little glimpse of Santa Claus in the background. Kobe Brown, down it goes. That'll light up the Big House in a hurry. This is your play of the game for Civista Bank. Focused on you. Streaks get the opportunity. It's going to happen. There's that double team. It leads to the turnover. And with Kobe Brown ahead of the fact, you knew right there what he was thinking of. Pow! Kobe Brown listed at 6'5". That is your play of the game for Civista Bank. Focused on you. Up that little head fake. Nice move to the baseline by Kayebi Roan. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the Game of the Week. Please support these local area businesses. Good Time Lake Erie Cruises, Wake Up and Waffle, Schmid Architects, Shorehouse Tavern, The Crimus Company, Pizza House West, Amir Aaron to the line. Almost everywhere I've gone so far this year in this young basketball season, free throws been tough to hit. Get that defense by Aaron. Mansfield, however, on the verge of taking advantage. Can't finish off, so the Streaks try it at the other end and lose a handle on it as well. Baseline to the basket by Corbin. Didn't pan out, nor did the putback by Reese. Mansfield still hangs on to possession right here. Nicely done right through traffic. Kyabi Roan, 6'1" junior. Nicely done in the paint area by Anthony Redding, and it's followed up by a near miss for the Streaks. Tell you what, you got to credit the referees. This is a tough game to keep up with. So much action up and down the floor. Streaks have opened a 13-point lead after being down by about that many in the first quarter. Rejection by Duke Reese. That's the way you answer that one, with Amir Aaron hitting from long range. And Amir Aaron on the steal. Wham! Amir Aaron is 5'10". And he lights up the big house, causing a Mansfield timeout. This is your pancake play of the game for Sandusky Bay Pancake House since 1966. $10 gift card for pancakes and whatever he wants to Amir Aaron. Look at the steal. And now, get ready. Up, up, and down. Amir Aaron walks right over to the fans. Did you see that? That's your pancake play of the game. Brought to you by Sandusky Bay Pancake House since 1966. Everybody lit up by that one. Signs of good business up next. Those signs include Capizzi's Pizzeria, Noble Axes, Wendy's, and Marketplace, Diedrich Motors, Murray & Murray Experienced Trial Lawyers, Hartung Title, Wake Up and Waffle. Look at that 16-point Blue Streak lead, and it looked like they were going to get blown out in this one in the first quarter. Almost saved by Reese on the offensive glass. Mansfield controls. And the offensive putback that time for Kyabi Roan. 13-point Blue Streak lead coming down to the final minute and a half of quarter number 3. Gonna have to earn this one at the free throw line. Roan. Jay Henlon doing some crafty work on offense for the Streaks. This one's all Jay. Working out top against Carry-On Lindsay. Lindsay went for the swat from behind, didn't get it. And Henlon with a finish. Just constant Blue Streak defense. Another turnover against Mansfield, and the Streaks will get it back. Henlon just left his man standing in quicksand. Half minute to go in the quarter, and the Blue Streaks lead is at 15. The Blue Streak fans chanting, "You can't guard him." And we've seen that in many ways tonight. Clock winding down, and the Blue Streaks head to quarter number 4 in control of this one, winning the third quarter 21-13 and holding a 15-point lead heading into quarter number 4, which is next. On the waterfront we go once again as we get set for our fourth quarter, sponsored by James Rusat, CPA, Income Tax and Accounting. Streaks controlling the middle two quarters, 44-21 to build this 15-point lead on our Civista Bank scoreboard heading into the final quarter. It was after trailing by 8 points at the end of the first. Tigers getting that open three ball from deep in the corner for Rashad Reed Jr. And you always worry when you see bodies crunching to the floor like that, but apparently Zarion Arrington okay. Duke Reese finishing at the other end. Kind of a switch where the Streaks are kind of taking their time a little bit, needing some time off the clock. Corner three for Arrington. A nice feed from Henlon. Arrington spots up, wide open in the corner, and drains that long ball. Three of his 11 points on the night. Zorion Bonner getting that break started off the rebound. Henlon drops it right back for Bonner for another 2. And right there, you've got Kyabe Roan, strong kid who muscled in and got 2 more on the board for the Tigers. You always wonder early in the year when you see a game like this if these two might meet again down the line somewhere. Come tournament time at the end of the season. Bonner at the line, giving the Blue Streaks a lead of 14. 5:20 left to go in the 4th quarter. Redding coming up a little bit gimpy on that play, but shakes off the little cramp and ready to stay on the floor. Blue Streak lead at 11. There's your Civista Bank scoreboard telling the story here in the 4th quarter in the big house. Pull up by Kobe. Rims off. Scramble for the rebound is on. Controlled on the floor by the Tigers. And look at that quick whip down the floor. And Kobe Brown's thinking is, get this thing at the free throw line, but I'm not giving you a layup. Here comes your North Coast Moment, which is brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio. Many of you may have enjoyed the Sandusky Winter Wonderland at the Jackson Street Pier with the food vendors, the ice skating, the music, and all the fun. And we had some good weather in which to enjoy it as well, which is always nice to see. Some of the inside vendors displaying their wares as well. All made for a fun weekend of activity. These are the kind of things that are so fun to have. You see people you haven't seen for a while, or maybe you have seen them for a while, but it's good to see them again. A lot of activity, and this is some of the entertainment involved too, which made the weekend special.
Words of the cheer from everywhere, filling here. Oh, how raising the sound, oh, they'll telling it till daily they ring while people sing songs of the cheer. Christmas is here.
That should have been our fan of the week right there.
Scary on my nose.
And the Civista Bank ice skating rink as well. Some pretty good skaters out there and some that are holding on for dear life as well. And that gorgeous Christmas tree that adorns downtown Sandusky, the bike carriage, and it's all part of this wintertime fun that happened, getting us all in the holiday mood. That's your North Coast Moment, which is brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio. Thanks to the following local businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week. Daly's Pub, UBS Financial Services, Fidelity National Title, Leslie Murray Law, The Landmark Kitchen and Bar, Luco, O.E. Meyer Company Propane Division, Pizza Brothers, Fosco Cement, Groff Family Services, Murray & Murray, Mags Automotive, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Linda Armstrong Remax, Mansfield Tigers basketball in the big house, They need a lot of points in a hurry, as you can see, down by 11 on our Civista Bank scoreboard, nearly halfway through our fourth quarter. Oh, what a nice little shovel pass back and forth. Streaks couldn't take advantage. At the other end, Kyabe Roan. Tigers making a game of it here in the fourth. Nice little hop through traffic to the hole. And the sophomore, Anthony Redding, with 2 of his 6. Right through traffic to the rack, Rashad Reed Jr. On the run off the rebound is Nye Petty. The Streaks come up with a steal, and they're on the break of their own. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Rosarion Arrington. Every basket the Blue Streaks score at this point in time makes that challenge a little bit tougher for Mansfield to come back. A little cherry picking going on for the Tigers, and it pays off that time for Carry-On Lindsay. Here comes some signs of good business. Please support these local area businesses. Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Schmid Architects. Mags Automotive and Machine Incorporated. Holer Furnace and Sheet Metal. Crush Wine Bar. David F. Cook Funeral and Cremation Services. Pizza Brothers. Dockside Cafe. O.E. Meyer Company, Propane Division. Toft Funeral Home and Crematory. Streaks can afford to take their time a bit here. The clock winding down in the fourth quarter, holding a 9-point lead. DJ Corbin not too enthralled with that whistle. A great job of getting through traffic by Arrington. He just couldn't finish that one. Streaks get it right back, courtesy of Amir Aaron's hustle. Well, you work until you get the easy one, and that time Kobe Brown, the beneficiary, as the Streaks lead it by 11 in the final minute of play. Nine-point win for the Streaks. after trailing early in the first quarter, but the middle two quarters really the difference in this one as the Streaks go to 2-0 on the season. And next up when we get together, it's going to be the Streaks once again, and we will meet you right back here in the big house when the Perkins Pirates come to town. And that one is going to be a Lake Division contest, and always a lot of fun when those two teams get together as well. So get yourselves ready for some good old holiday basketball here on your North Coast Game of the Week. Perkins and Sandusky up next. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.